My husband confessed to me that his increased sex drive is because one of his coworkers is trying to seduce him at work, and I don't know how to process this information.
I beg your pardon.
Me, 28 female, and my husband, 33 male, have been married for 3 years, and together for a total of 6 years. We've had our ups and downs in the relationship. We love each other so much, and have/had great understanding and communication. Our sex life has always been average to above normal. I don't have a really high sex drive, and so does he. So things are pretty vanilla. However, it's satisfactory for both of us. A month ago, my husband started to change. He started to ask for sex more. He also started to become more aggressive in sex. Not the bad aggressive, but the good one. It was so out of order for us, but to be completely honest, I enjoyed this change. As a matter of fact, it started to change my own sex drive itself, and I found myself wanting him more and seeking sex with him more. During this month, we became very adventurous and daring, and our sex life went to a whole awesome, wonderful level. Around 2 days ago, I decided to go to my husband to surprise him at work, something I never did before. I dressed nice, I put on makeup, and I went to his work. When I got there, I saw him interacting with one of his female coworkers, around my age or a bit younger. I waited for them to finish, but kept watching them. What I saw was her clearly trying to seduce him, and believe me, women know these things. He kept keeping his distance, and eventually the talk ended. I saw it from out of the office. Their office spaces have large glass doors. When I entered his office, he was aroused. I know his facial expressions when he gets aroused, and he was. Oh my God, he was completely aroused. He was happy with my visit and took the rest of the day off. We had lunch together, then went home where we had sex. At night, we were talking, and I mentioned what I saw, and I asked him what was that. He said that ever since she came to the office, she has been all over him in that way, and it drives him crazy. He even told the HR, but apparently nothing happened because she keeps repeating this with him. He told me that nothing has nor ever will happen between them, and that he loves me to death. I believe him. However, reflecting back on all of this and what he told me, he became more sexually active with me when all of that started with him. And it makes me wonder, am I not good enough for him that he needs another woman to excite him so he can come and have sex with me? I really don't know how to feel about all of this. In my head, he wanted me and enjoyed me. But now I know for a fact that he was horny because of another woman. I mean, what should I do now? Should I tell him how I feel? Should I stop his advances for a little bit so I can clear my head? Any advice would help me.
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this one. I would say definitely tell him how you feel. I wouldn't be able to keep this in.
How would you feel?
I would be pissed. I would be pissed knowing that like he's coming home to have sex with me because some other girl is all over him at work.
Uh-huh.
That would piss me the fuck off. No,
But would you be mad at me because I got horny because I was getting hit on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why are you getting horny for someone else sitting on you?
No, exactly. Like, why are you getting horny for someone else?
Yeah.
That is the bottom line here. Like, he is getting horny for someone else.
Right? Like at the end of the bottom of it all, like, yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Yeah. No, this is very icky to me. This breaks some trust.
Why?
This is like, because it's I feel like he's letting his thoughts go there. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have a choice. You don't have to interact with
like
her.
His imagination is going there, and that's what's getting him worked up.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
See that?
Like, I understand he's not acting on those impulses with her.
And it's coming to you.
That's the bare fucking minimum. Like,
right?
Actually. So, but you do have the choice of, hey, I know how I'm going to feel after this, so I don't want to talk. Mm-hmm. Like, I just, like, ignore her. Like, go to HR again. Like, okay, what do you mean you went once and then nothing happened? Go again and again and again until they listen to you.
Do you think he even went to HR or that was a lie?
I hope so.
You think if you go to HR with a complaint, it wouldn't just keep happening?
I know, but we've heard some like bad company
HR
stories.
does suck.
Yeah.
So in the top comments, I know that it's weird to wrap your head around, but your husband is rejecting her advances and has done what he can to make it stop. You even saw them and he did not reciprocate. That being said, someone hitting on you and pursuing you so hard can excite you and make you horny. This happens because she wants him and he's being forced to withstand her feelings and think about what she's trying to do. Here's the important part. When his mind is on sex, he is thinking of you. There's something else right in front of him that's throwing herself at him, but he immediately thinks of you instead. His mind is not on his coworker. She's forcing him to think about sex while he's at work, and so it's on his mind more often, and he ends up initiating sex with you more often. But that's it. He isn't having or wanting sex elsewhere. When he thinks about sex, you're the one on his mind.
I disagree with that.
Not down for that logic?
No, I don't think so. Like, I feel like it's literally the bare minimum. The bare minimum to just not act on that impulse. Like, okay, yes, I'm going to be bothered by you getting horny over another woman. That, yes, that, like, do everything you can to not get to that place.
Okay.
I just feel like he's not trying hard enough.
Well, I got a question for you then. What about when watching like TV and like spicy scene?
That's different. That's not real.
Okay.
That's not real.
Okay.
That's not a woman in front of you seducing you.
And it's different. Just curious.
It's very different.
Absolutely. OP replies to this and says, yes, I hear you. But what about the fact that he only wanted more sex because of her, not me?
Yeah.
I mean, let's flip it. If I was the one who initiated sex more from him and he started to like this side of me, and then he finds out that the only reason behind that was that I had a male coworker that's been hitting on me, making me horny. It wasn't him that made me horny. It was the other coworker and his advances. How would he feel then? Would it be okay?
Exactly. I don't think anybody would be okay with this. Would you?
No.
No.
Yeah, if you came to me and you're all like razzled up
Yeah.
because someone's been hitting on you nonstop.
That's so weird to me.
Like you said, it's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like
disengage.
Yeah. Now, if you came, what if you were just like walking home from work and the firefighters, they're out washing their fire truck outside with their shirts off, or they're doing their photo,
No.
their calendar picture shoot, photo shoot. You're like, wow, look at those abs.
I promise you that would
You promise me?
never, ever make me horny.
Okay. It's good. That's a test. So there's an update that comes the next day. Thanks for everyone who responded to my previous post and gave me advice. It was much appreciated. So last night, I waited to have a talk with him before bed. We had some wine and we talked about the matter. I told him about everything I'm feeling and how the whole situation makes me feel. To be completely honest, his answers are making me shake. Until now, I couldn't even sleep. He said that her advances towards him started mild, flirty words, etc. Then she started coming at him more aggressively, dropping hints and then touching him. He went to the HR and told them about the situation. He and the HR laughed about it, and the HR told him he will document it in case she reciprocates badly or anything. But at the end of the day, they took it as a laugh. After that, she became more aggressive with him, to the point that one day she brushed her breast on his back. He told me that this day he lost it for a little, and he and her made out in the office. He then stopped and told her he's married. After that, he lost it 3 more times and they made out. And she even started to give him oral sex. But he tells me he stopped her and told her to end everything. And since then, he stopped everything with her. When he, quote, ended things, he felt guilt towards me and decided to become a better husband by becoming a better lover to me and started to have sex more with me. As I mentioned before, neither me nor him did have a high sex drive before, so he told me he was planning on being a better lover for me and have a little more bit of sex. However, turns out that I liked it and we ended up having more sex than he had planned. I asked him if he had slept with her. He said no. I asked him if he visualizes her when he sleeps with me. He didn't want to answer at first, but ended up saying yes. He imagines himself He imagines himself having sex with her when he's with me.
Oh.
He started to apologize to me, and I asked him, how would you feel if I was in his shoes, and told him what he told me now? He said, let's not make a big deal of it, but I insisted I know the answer. He said he'd be disgusted with me, and no way he'd stay married to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't say anything after that. He tried to apologize to me more than once, but I really couldn't process all of this information. Today's morning, he texted me from work and told me he'll be staying at his parents' place for a little while so we can both clear our heads and can move on forward with our lives. I still haven't spoken to him yet, and I honestly don't know what to do or how to feel to deal with the bomb he dropped on me last night. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped me with the advice that was given. Thank you, and I wish you never experience any sadness in your lives.
Damn. Oh my God. I'm always right about these things, you know?
Oh, you didn't call that.
Well, no. But I did call that he was a shitty partner. I obviously didn't call that he was cheating. But what the hell? He proceeded to get oral sex from her. What do you mean? Where did that come from now?
You know what I don't understand? How is anybody like so just like ramped up at work that they want to give someone... How are you doing this in
your office?
How is somebody so ramped up at work that they want to give someone oral sex at work?
That is so risky to me.
Like, yo, I got projects to do.
I've never worked at a place that had like locks in their offices.
Right?
Or even doors that like you couldn't see through. Doors, windows, or whatever. I could always see through everything.
Yeah.
Like, is that normal? That everything is hidden? Like, logistically, I don't get it.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God. I hope she divorces his ass.
I think they had sex. I don't think it's...
I agree. And he was just overcompensating because he felt guilty.
Exactly.
Gross behavior. Oh my God.
Sounds tiring.
Right?
Jeez.
All right.
Back to you.